We learned a ton making the first game, no doubt about that. You know, look, we built a studio from scratch, we built a code base from scratch, we built a team from scratch, we built a world from scratch, characters, storyline, you name it. I mean, if you sort of catalog everything you shouldn't do when you're making a game, we did them all. And I think the team did an astonishing job with the first game. But you never get everything right the first time. So now, thankfully, the game was really successful, the first game. And so we get to try again. And this time, 3 main areas we knew we needed to touch. First was camera. Look, I mean, it'd be disingenuous of me to say we didn't hear the comments about our camera system. As good as the camera was in the first game, and I'll defend it to my last breath, we knew we could do better. And so we've worked nonstop since the day we shipped the first game. I've made over 1,000 changes to the camera system. And the goal that the team set for themselves, I would never have dared to make this claim, but the team said, no, we want to sign up for you never have to touch the manual camera controls when you're on the main story path, ever. And so camera's going to be way better. The game now has full voice. I made a creative decision on the first game not to have every character speak, have no characters speak. And, you know, big mistake. I mean, I thought I was paying homage to, you know, Mario and Zelda and being respectful of Oswald, who's a silent film star. What I didn't realize was that there are hundreds of millions of Disney fans out there who know what all these characters sound like and expect them to talk. So I kind of thwarted their expectations, and we're not doing it. Every character speaks every line of dialogue in the new game. And then finally, persistence. In a game where playstyle matters, if what you do doesn't change things permanently, really doesn't matter all that much. And in the first game, changes you made just reverted when you left the scene. This time they are permanent unless you decide to change them. So your choices really do make a difference this time. The key if you're trying to make a game for everyone is to make sure that there's enough sort of surface level humor and fast-paced action for the kids to really enjoy, and then making the game, frankly, easy enough for adults. People think it's the other way around, but it's the kids who have the easy time with it. So making the gameplay actually accessible enough for adults, and throwing in some subtle jokes, some verbal humor, some references to things that don't mean anything to kids. It's finding that balance of accessibility and obscurity, I think, that adults really get into. The thing that amazed me the most about making a Mickey Mouse game was how much people care. I mean, I knew that, you know, awareness of Mickey Mouse was sky high, of course. Everybody's heard of Mickey. What I didn't realize was that even people who claim not to like him or claim to have outgrown him really get upset when you mess with him, you know? We had people who said, oh, this game is not for me, this is for kids. And then you sort of show them the game and they go, wait, you changed the shape of his ears. That's my childhood you're messing with. So seeing how much people really care was amazing to me. And then realizing that we were making a game that was going to touch so many people in some way. I mean, I could go out on the street today and scream at the top of my lungs, I created J.C. Denton! And no one would know or care what I was talking about, right? But you say you're making a Mickey Mouse game, everybody has an opinion about that. So I learned a lot of respect for the little mouse. Persistence in a co-op game would be a nightmare, I guess, except the team, over my objections. I mean, I'm the guy who says, yeah, take every risk. We're just making games, fail gloriously. But this time the team came to me and said they wanted Oswald to be with Mickey every step of the way, even when you're playing single player. And the fact that we tuned the game so it worked with 2 players, even if only one of them was human, meant that really the co-op stuff wasn't a real problem. Which isn't to say there isn't the opportunity for much griefing. If you're the Oswald player, you can have some fun at Mickey's expense, no doubt about that. Oswald is so big to me for reasons that are kind of mysterious, weirdly personal, and I'll probably get choked up if I talk about it too much. It's just, how can you not appreciate his plight? I mean, older brother rejected by his dad in favor of younger brother. I mean, you know, it's like, it's this sort of mythic story and that anybody can relate to. And so to be given the opportunity to bring back a character that Walt Disney created 84 years ago I mean, it's an honor, it's a privilege, and as we looked at his cartoons, they're incredible. He didn't deserve to be forgotten. And so over the last, 5 years, I've been thinking about this guy and about this little rabbit. He's almost become sort of real in a weird sort of way. I mean, I feel something for this character that I just can't even describe. He deserves better. And so it's on us to give him his due, and we're gonna do right by him. The biggest risk in making a musical game in 2012 or any other year is that gamers are gonna go, "You're doing what?" There are plenty of people out there who probably aren't crazy about musicals, but I have been going to Broadway shows since I was a little kid. I love them, and I've been wanting to do a musical game forever, and no one was foolish enough to give me the money to do it. And Disney, with its incredible heritage of song in the service of storytelling, didn't even blink. I mean, they just said, of course, sure. If you're going to honor 80 years of Disney creativity, of course you have songs. So my hope is that gamers will get it, and that all those Broadway fans will come out in force and play Disney Epic Mickey 2: The Power of Two.